Hello, my name is Jordan Krizik, and here is my AEP 858 case study. Summarize the case. What has happened? Golden Oak High School serves 965 high school students and is in a community whose suburbs a metropolitan area where many parents commute to and from work. In recent years, the school's attendance has become more of an issue with more students missing school. The superintendent, Mr. Newman, has met with Mr. Rhodes, the principal, to try and resolve the attendance issue. The case study focuses on 5 students who have missed more than 10 days of school during the first semester. Also, the AD is favoring athletic students, and old teachers are not following the school policies. When and where did the certain events occur? These absences have occurred during the first semester of school. Each student has been in different locations and has different reasons for missing school. Who is or might be involved in or concerned by the situation? Mr. Newman, the superintendent, he's concerned about the attendance rating. Mr. Rhodes, the principal, also concerned, and then the AD and school staff, and then the parents and students as well. What do the parties involved have to say about the situation? The superintendent, Mr. Newman, is worried about attendance because it is the lowest in the district. Report any legal or ethical issues. So for the parents, with Prince versus Massachusetts in 1944, it states that parents it's mandatory for students to go to school up until they're 18, and then after that is their decision, but they can't be missing excessive days. And also it's truancy issues with the parents not letting their kids go to school or not enforcing that their kids go to school. Also, with the school staff, it is their job to educate, but also to follow the school policies and guidelines. So with them being lackadaisical with reporting attendance, they're not following school policy. And also with ethical, with the AD favoring the athletic students, the athletic director needs to have all interests for students, not just the athletes. He needs to take concern of that. Staff not recording the attendance correctly. Again, they shouldn't be favoring anyone. With the older teachers, they need to be just on top of the ball, is just like the new teachers. So reporting attendance accordingly. And also the parents not establishing education as a priority. They're letting their kids take time off of school or getting away with instances that they should have education be a priority. Synthesize exactly what has happened. So, school staff and parents are not following federal laws and school policies for attendance, which will correlate to jeopardizing students' academic success and future well-being. So, synthesize the facts. So again, the superintendent, principal, the AD, so school counselors are also involved, specific teachers, specific students, the 5 that the case study was over, and the parents. So the place Golden Oak High School, the athletics and extracurricular activities. It is a diverse population, and it is also adjacent to the metropolitan area. It doesn't say exactly demographics as far as how big the school is or different types of individuals there. For the program, it's 9 through 12th grade level. Does not give any curriculum or type of program. Review and prioritize the information. So who has an important stake in the outcome? The administration, the AD, the teachers. AD and teachers not following school policies. Parents uninterested in getting their students to school and not interested in getting their students to school, and which in fact would create legal ramifications. Again, with Princeton, Massachusetts, 1944. That law states that kids are required to go to school. So by them not being in class, just instills a poor work ethic for them, and then it also instills the students not being focused on academics. It just seems like it's a second priority when it should be top at the moment. Community, the community needs to be committed to showing admiration to students who are not absent, rewarding those individuals who are are there in school uh, 95% of the time. So more information. So for the school board, seeing what information that they have, letting them know what is happening. If I mean, and seeing if they would have any um, information to give to the principal or superintendent on what needs to be changed. Identifying your options. So we have option one, which could be take no action. So I mean, let attendance to to continue to be an issue. Really wouldn't change anything. It'd probably get more worse. Option two, 100% takeover. So as a principal, you could review attendance yourself and handle the discipline of students and teachers. So just fully taking that role as one being and trying to fix that problem by yourself. It's going to be very difficult. Or option three, use data to educate. Present data information on schools with good attendance. Hold teachers, parents, and students accountable for attendance. Really want to work together on this because it is such a big issue in the school that one person can't really grab it the whole time. So evaluating your options. So option one. So that was the take no option. So pro could sort itself out. Probably wouldn't be though. Teachers and parents would not have to change. They could just keep living their life how they usually are. A con. So superintendent trouble. So I mean, the superintendent might believe that the principal isn't proactive, isn't seeking advice from others, or trying to better the students and better the school atmosphere. More than likely attendance would get worse because once the kids get away with it, they can just continue to do it until actually someone steps up. So you could also have a poor school culture with students missing. I mean, with the missing intent, with the missing school, I mean, they're also going to miss extracurricular activities or athletics as well. So option two, 100% takeover. So a pro, I mean, you might be able to make a change. It would be very difficult, very time consuming, but you might be able to change a little bit. Force teachers and parents to comply with the rules. I mean, you really show that you're trying to crack down on this and you want to make it better for the students. A con could be teacher and parents backlash. They really wouldn't want you to tell them what to do. I mean, they are adults, and I know there's a lot of adults that don't like being told what to do. So if you are, I mean, backlash from them. You could also get a dictator feel for school. So I mean, you could have this just one singular head controlling and micromanaging everyone. Option three, use data to educate. So pro would be evaluate and develop a data-informed decision. Commitment to improve management and communications between the school, teachers, and the parents and the students as well. A con, I mean, with this data, it will provide more work for teachers. And I mean, having those intervention meetings with students and parents, I mean, those aren't always the best, or they're not always the funnest to do. Choose the best option. Option three, so use data to educate. So I believe that this would show teachers, parents, and students the significance of missing school days and how that affects their academic success. It comes down to if students aren't in school, then they're not going to be getting those notes, getting the material to let them succeed in the future for testing or for the ACTs and for their homework coming up in the near future. Also, analyzing and evaluating data to promote student success. Reteach teachers and parents school policies pertaining to attendance. And this option, it would really involve all stakeholders. So implementing your decision. A principal will research other schools and districts and create a spreadsheet pertaining to attendance. Just be able to look at everyone else's district and see how their attendance is compared to where their grades is at. And just really putting a plan or letting everyone see how a successful school should be ran. You'd also be meeting with staff and display the positive effect of the students' attendance compared to the academic performance. you would be going over problems we are facing right now with the teachers, what isn't working right now, because obviously what we're doing now isn't helping the students, isn't benefiting the students. You would also reteach school policies on attendance, make sure everyone knows those policies and what needs to be done of them. And you could also implement new rules, discuss with the teachers what they feel needs to change, and then we can make those changes accordingly. Meet with parents and display the positive effect of students' attendance compared to academic performance. So just like with the teachers, show them the spreadsheet of what is happening in a successful school with attendance, and show them what needs to be changed as well. And then you would also be reviewing disciplinary actions for students' excessive absences. So just reinforcing, hey, this is what we're dealing with. If your students are not here, these are ramifications for them not being here. And then that will really get students and parents to start to follow the rules. So next, you'd be meeting with the community to go over data findings, review school policies and new implemented rules. Let the community know, so that way, if there are parents or students that aren't really complying with that, maybe community members could also talk to potential parents or parents and students, just trying to get them to try to comply with those rules, those new rules. Also, teacher checkups. Meet with the teachers and see how the rules are being enforced, if they're actually doing them, hold them accountable for what they're doing. If they're doing their part to help out with the absences. So if they're engaging with the students and the teachers, and asking where the students are, and just making sure that they're correctly filling out the attendance sheet. So plan B, if that, for instance, doesn't work, you could go back and meet with the teachers and review where we went wrong again and try to fix it. This might not be a one-time fix. You might have to go back and look at, okay, so plan A didn't work, so where do we think we went wrong and what can we change to that? So that is all I have. Thank you.